Hi lovely people, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking to watch my video. If you are new to my channel, hi there, my name is Temie. Welcome. Please do stick around, and also don't forget to give my video a like by giving it a thumbs up, as well as subscribe if you're yet to subscribe, because it really helps my channel. Also comment down below what you like about the content of this video. Thank you. So let's get into today's video. Today I'm going to be trying out the Makeup Forever HD Skin Undetectable Longwear Foundation. This is in the shade 4N74. Now before I get into why I decided to go with this, I actually had to go back in the store to switch to this shade because the shade finder was matching me to 4R72, which is Cool Espresso for deeper skin tones with red undertone. And that was so red when I actually got it, but it was just too red and I decided I'd rather just go in store. The lady at the Sephora store actually swatched it on my skin and it looked like it was the closest match, which is why I decided to go with the 4N74. I have tried this in another video doing like swatches of all the other foundations that I had, which was the Iguazu with the NARS Light Reflection, the Kosas, and the Charlotte Tilbury, as well as this. So it's 4 foundations swatched, supposed to be in the same shade as I am. I used the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in the shade Iguazu as my shade reference when I used the Sephora shade finder. In this brand, the shade finder was matching me to 4R72, but I had to go into the store to switch it to 4N74. So in today's video, I'm going to be trying this out, doing a wear test as well as first impression of this foundation. Right now it is 11:02, so my goal is to try to wear it throughout the day and then give you guys my feedback on how this wore. Out of the box, this is what the shade is looking like, and I mean, it's not as red as it was as the other one, but this is pretty much what it looks like out of the box. And I also actually got the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Light Capturing Self-Setting Concealer in the shade 52. Let me give you guys a few information about this foundation. So it's meant to be in a liquid formula, natural finish. I'm shaking it ahead of time so it says shake before use, so I'm shaking it now. Long wearing, waterproof, medium coverage, and I believe you can build this up. And it's also best for oily, combo, and normal skin. My skin is pretty much combo skin, but mostly dry around the perimeter, but then oily in the T-zone, but not extremely oily. Right now I've just used my regular moisturizer. That's why I'm glowing. And also the lights are bouncing off on my face anyways, but that's why I'm looking the way I look. I also did my brows already, so this can kind of move a little faster. I'm also going to just be doing a very light makeup because I'm not going anywhere but just doing my regular day-to-day activities for the wear test purposes. The one thing I wanted to point out is that this is supposed to be waterproof, non-comedogenic, sweat-proof, and comes in a more sustainable packaging. It's supposed to be comfortable and easy to apply. The medium to full coverage foundation flexes with skin for no caking or setting into lines. So those are the things I'll be looking at the end of the day. Hopefully I remember if it sets into my lines, if it cakes up, if it's sweat proof. But I don't really sweat much on my face, so hopefully we'll see how that works. But mostly if it sets into my lines and also maybe my pores. So that's pretty much all the information that I have. If you haven't seen my other videos on my other foundation reviews as well as first impressions and also swatches, just check them out in the description box below or in the iCards above. Now let me get started with my primer. I'm gonna use the Milk Hydro Grip Primer and also the Pixie Setting Makeup Fixing Setting Mist. So I'm gonna use both of these because this foundation seems to has a bit of a soft matte feel to it, and I really don't want to be too drying on my skin because I do have a bit more of a drier skin as opposed to combination. But it is combination, but it just has its days. Lately it has been a bit more drier than usual. So I'm going to be using this too first before I apply my foundation. Before makeup extends, makeup wear. So that's why I'm using this. Primer. Alright, gonna just put one pump here first. One big pump. There we go. And I'm going to use a brush to apply it and then buff it in. See here. It's gonna be a little dark. I'm actually gonna try to apply it on just one side of my face, and this is just one pump. I'm gonna use a new brush, a clean brush, and just buff it in. Alright, so I don't know if you guys can see the difference, but this is it on one side of my face. You can still see this part of my face. Part of my face is light. It's slightly darker than my skin tone. Yeah, I think it has the right undertone, just the shade is a tad bit darker, but I can make it work when I highlight. So this is what it looks like on one side of my face, and this is the other side of my face. If you guys can see, this part of my eyes is brighter, and you can still see slightly underneath it, and this is just one pump on one side. So let me apply another pump to this side, and I don't know if I want to build it up because I really just want a light makeup. I don't want heavy makeup anyway, so I'm just gonna put one more pump on this side of my face. Yeah, this is definitely darker for me, but I like that if it's darker, it's better because I can make it work. But if it's lighter, then, you know, that's the problem. Then I'll be having a mask. If you can see that it's sort of blending into my skin. Yeah, that's not bad. So from the looks of it, it doesn't completely cover my dark spots or hyperpigmentation, but it has a nice coverage. I really think it does feel a little skin-like so far. It doesn't feel heavy, doesn't feel cakey, and we'll see how it wears all day. So this is what it's looking like now. I know it's a little darker, but I think once I apply my concealer, it will sort of balance it out a bit. And I'm actually gonna do sort of a reverse contour type of thing. I'll just use the foundation itself as like my contour and just apply the concealer in the areas that are usually lighter for me. And this is supposed to be self-setting. So I'm gonna use a clean brush. Then I'm gonna use a beauty blender to just try to do some more blending. I like the coverage that I'm getting just from 2 pumps. I'm gonna use this Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finishing Powder. I'm just gonna use that all over my face. That way I'll set it. And I'm pretty much gonna go about my day like this because I'm not going anywhere, and I just kind of want to test how the foundation sits throughout the day. I'm not gonna do a full face or anything. So I'm just gonna take a clean brush again and put this all over my face just to set the foundation and the concealer. And then also bring my face, you know, kind of back together. We'll see how that works. Not bad that it's setting pretty well. This powder is pretty nice too. I didn't put anything on my eyes really, so that's just we're not gonna look at the eye area. Okay, alright guys, so this is my final look. I didn't do anything but just put lip gloss on, and those were my NYX lips, and then I used the Pure mascara. So I'm just gonna go about my day looking like this, and then I'll check back in with you guys. Right now it's 11:41, and this is what my face is looking like. So I'll see you guys in a few. Hi guys, so it is actually 3:22 now, and this is what my face is looking like now. My oily part of my face is starting to come in, and funny enough, I'm already seeing some lines in my smile lines. I also feel like I'm getting oily already, and I'm not going to touch up because I want to try to keep this on till about 6 p.m. But right now this is what I'm looking like compared to what I look like at 11:20. I think now it's 3:23, like I said, or yeah, 3:23 now. But yeah, this is what my face is looking like. I've literally just been sitting at my desk working and pretty much doing mommy duty at the same time. So I don't know what to say yet, but I can tell from I don't know why, but I can kind of feel the matteness, but yet I still feel oily at the same time, which is kind of a weird feeling. But you guys can already see it's holding up well, but I will say that if I were to wear this out, I need to hold like a button sheet or like a setting powder to help remove the oiliness as the day goes by. But I'll see you guys in about 3 more hours, and then we'll see, and hopefully I'll be able to give my final verdict a little bit more clearly then. It's 6 o'clock on the dot, 6 p.m. and this is what my face is looking like now. It's pretty much about the same as when I checked in around 320 or 3 something, and it hasn't really changed since then. Maybe slightly more oilier, I guess, around here. As you can see, this part is still doing very well actually. My chin area is pretty much still doing very well. So just my forehead and nose area, slightly my cheeks area, you know, it's oily, but I would say this was sitting pretty well. Let me do a little bit of powder using the Charlotte Tilbury on one side of my face to see if there'll be a difference. Now the foundation claims that it's not supposed to sit in lines or be cakey, and it's also supposed to be long wearing, so it's supposed to blur and cover imperfections for up to 24 hours, give like a true to skin finish, which I see that. I do like that it's giving me that. And if you remember, I only had like 2 pumps, one on one side and one on the other side, and that's giving me pretty much medium coverage. If I were to add more, I think it would make me probably more oilier, which is not too good. But as far as sitting my lines, I do see it slightly on this side, just a little bit on my smile line, not as bad. I don't usually get smile lines anyways with most makeup. I mean, it's not very pronounced, but in this case it's usually about the same. The shininess is about the same too with any other foundation that I have tried. So I'm just gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury powder just on this side to get the difference already. Oh wow, yeah, so just on one side, straight up the difference. Oh wow, yeah, so just a little bit of powder and I'm back to business. I mean, look at the difference. This side is pretty matte now and this side is still shiny, so yeah, this is awesome. Not bad. I mean, the fact that I can still touch up just briefly if I were to, you know, be out and about and the makeup is still sitting and still giving me like a nice coverage and everything. Yeah, I would recommend this foundation. But the only thing I don't like about it is that I think a lot of their foundation run red. Even the one that I bought, as you can see, it was a little too dark. I had to really heavily use my concealer to kind of let it balance out. But I mean, if you're looking for something that would also give you a skin-like look as well as give you a long-lasting coverage and also not cake, not sit in your lines as much, I wouldn't, you know, depending on your skin type though, you know, you could give this a try. Oh, I don't know if I said the price. This is $43 for 1 fluid ounce. I like the coverage. I like that I didn't have to use too many pumps just to get a good coverage. I like the formula. It's not too watery, it's not too thick, it's about the right consistency, and I think that's why it doesn't weigh too heavily on my skin when I applied it. It was easy to apply as well, so I would recommend this if you're willing to spend some money on foundation. I do believe foundation costing more than maybe 30 bucks shouldn't need tweaking, meaning I don't have to be adding like a shade adjuster or doing too much to make it work. That's part of the points that I'll take off for this foundation. Let me know what you guys think. If you've tried this foundation, if you'd like to try this foundation, do you have oily skin, dry skin, combination skin? I want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video. I do appreciate you all watching. I would appreciate it if you guys give this video a thumbs up because it really helps my channel. Comment down below, share it if you can, subscribe if you're yet to subscribe. I appreciate you guys and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.